Hi Taurus, welcome back to TAROTPOSH. I'm going to be doing a reading for you. It's called the Loved One Spread. TAROTPOSH. This is a spread I came up with about 2 days ago, and I just started doing the readings. So these are for loved ones that are no longer with us in the physical world. So card 1 is who's reaching out to you. Card 2 is why are they reaching out to you. Card 3, what messages or advice do they have for you? Card 4, will you implement their advice? How do you feel about implementing their advice? In whatever subtle form that may show up in, obviously, you can only pay attention to the signs, and it might be not be something vocal you're hearing, but however they're reaching out, whatever signs there are, will you implement their advice? Card 5, how will you implement their advice? So I separated the court cards from this Dean Darcy deck, the Mermaid Tarot I'm using, because the court cards are signifiers of characteristics of a person. I don't always read the cards that way, but in this spread, I am reading it that way, looking for character, appearance, just how the person was in your life. And then I have the rest of the deck separate from the court cards that I'll be pulling from with the questions after we get our answer to who is reaching out to you, card 1. And then I have the Everyday Tarot here that I got in Salem, Massachusetts. We went away, my husband and I, for 3 days. So I got that from the Nathaniel Hawthorne house. I didn't want to just get like a tchotchke, souvenir. I wanted something I could use every day. So every time I look at that deck and I use it, I will think of Salem and I'll think of that house. So it's very historic, and he wrote the Scarlet Letter and the House of the Seven Gables, amongst other things. So I love history. I'm a history buff. So anyway, and I also got from the Wicked bookstore in Salem, the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Now that bookstore in Salem actually has underground tunnels that were sealed off, and there's actually, I think they're dating back to like the witch trials. So there's actually some pretty interesting stories from that, and there's still activity to this day in the shops that actually are above those tunnels. And even in the bootlegging days, Prohibition, those tunnels, I believe some of them are still being used per our ghost tour guide when we were there. Very interesting, And Salem isn't just about, the witch trials and everything. It is just a really amazing hub of music and food. If you're a foodie, it's just an amazing place. The Hawthorne Hotel is really beautiful. We didn't get to stay there this time, but they do have a murder mystery that they do every year. We went 2 years ago. I took my husband for his birthday. We still haven't been able to stay there yet because we always end up booking vacations the last minute. But we did stay at a Marriott that was close by. That was very good. It was only 15 minutes away from Salem. So, yeah, check it out. So we had a great time. We really, really did. And Gulu Gulu Cafe has the best cappuccino and the best live music at night. And just you'll see street performers and everything. But I would say beat the crowds. I mean, Halloween, we went, the first time we went to Salem was Halloween, like weekends, and it's intense and it's crazy, but it's so fabulous. But it was a little much. It was, it's hard to park and everything, and we're older, so this was a really good time of year to go. You could still see everything. The Witch Dungeon, Witch Museum, like just every historic site, okay? But anyway, that was a long intro, so I wanted to share. So let's get to your very important spread, the Loved One Spread, Taurus. So I'm gonna poke, can't talk today. My allergies, and I feel very tired since we came back from our trip. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards, and I'm gonna pull the Who's Reaching Out to You card. So let's get to it. Who's reaching out to you? Next trip, we're doing the Medieval Festival in Tuxedo, New York. That's not going to be this weekend. Probably the next weekend or the weekend after. It only goes through October 3rd, I believe. And I used to work at the Medieval Festival when I was younger, in my 20s, 30 years ago. And there was a pewter vendor there, solid pewter vendor. I won't say the name, but I used to spend the whole night dressed in garb, in medieval garb, and spend the whole weekend there at in Tuxedo, New York, and Sands Point, New York. That was like amazing. You'd like stay in the forest and stay at the castle, and you know, it was really, really, and they still do that now. The vendors, like most of them, stay there overnight. And they stay in character all weekend. It's really cool. Anyway, let's get to this spread. So, Taurus, who's reaching out to you? A younger male, masculine energy is reaching out to you. Somebody who is like very passionate and fired up, really like a student exploring. I definitely feel, even though it's masculine energy that I'm getting in this card, I feel that there was some femininity to him. And I feel there was a lot of fun. There was like a strong bond, but he was younger. He's younger than you. Why is he reaching out? Why? Why is he reaching out? I don't have Cole, my kitty cat, my Maine Coon. He was my co-pilot for today, but he's not here now. He's reaching out because he wants to assist you in a new beginning. Wants to see you jump through hoops. I don't know, maybe he used to play hula hoop, but he wants to see you jump through hoops for his benefit, probably. But wants to see you have a new beginning and take a leap of faith. What messages or advice does he have for you? Your cup runneth over. Every good thing comes to you. That's the advice. If you're in it, if you grasp it and you want to manifest it, your cup runneth over. It's like you have the Midas touch, and that's what he's trying to tell you. You have like the Midas touch with this. Take a leap of faith. Like telling you, get a backbone. How? Well, will you implement your advice? Oh, geez. The Tower. You feel uncomfortable. You feel upheaval. You feel like you have no control over this new beginning you want. And you feel like, will you implement their advice? Like it's very uncomfortable for you to either take this advice or hear from them. There's a lot of fire here, and you're an earth sign, but you could see the waves are coming over and putting those flames out. So I'm not sure you'll implement their advice. If you do implement their advice, how will you do it? There's not a lot of belief when you hear messages from the other side, Taurus, which isn't surprising because you're a very grounded person. How will you implement their advice? It's like a little apathy there, a little like, oh, this cup, that. You're like, you're not sure about what you're hearing. Maybe you think you're cuckoo. I don't know. I'm going to use Everyday Tarot to clarify. It's a beautiful amethyst. It's a specific amethyst. I can't remember the name. I'm never good with that. I just know how the stones make me feel, and then I buy them. I feel like whoever this person is, they're telling you to dream and dream big with this fool's journey of getting again. That's why they're reaching out. Or maybe they want a new beginning with you. They want to revisit the relationship and let you know how much love there was there with the Ace of Cups. And maybe advice they gave you in the past caused you tower moments and made you uncomfortable, caused upheaval in your life because they were a Page of Wands and they were a little naive and still learning and they were fired up and they got you into trouble. And that's why you're in the energy of Four of Cups, how you'll implement their advice. It's like, yeah, no. I have the Emperor. I have the Ace of Cups again. And what they're telling you is that the Emperor rules over all the suits, all the kingdoms. I always say that because it's the truth and it's important. The Emperor is a very significant card when it comes up. It's a major arcana card. And it is Aries energy. So I don't know if this person was an Aries or you have Aries in your chart, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. By the way, please hit like and subscribe and spread the love if you feel this information is significant for you. Everything you need to know is in my playlist and my description box. The playlist is categorized by month, so you can check out any other aspects of your sign that you want. If you have Taurus Sun and your Virgo Rising, please check out the Virgo reading, and then you could find out more information. Now I get a whole bunch of cards. I got Seven of Cups, a lot of choices, Heartbreak, the Three of Swords, the Hanged Man. Jeez, you definitely got some messages here. So what you're being told is you need this new beginning with the Fool here, which is why this person who's crossed over is reaching out. This fiery page here reaching out, getting you to trying to light a match under your butt, Taurus. So you have a lot of choices here. There was heartbreak, and you're afraid to make a choice because of that. You're always in hangman mode often lately because you feel like you have to wait and contemplate before you make the next move. And you are with the Three of Wands looking at the big picture. You're more mature than you used to be. Maybe when you were friends and this person was alive, you weren't as mature, but you're more mature now. And having this information come in or these messages come in, you know, you're not going to react the same way. And that's why it could be uncomfortable with the Tower here. But you are looking at the big picture and manifesting with the Magician what you want. You do have some bitter hurts with the Queen of Swords here. But in the end, you're the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever new beginning this is, your money's still going to be good. You still got that grounding, Queen of Pentacles. You know, this is still gonna, this new endeavor, you're still gonna be able to be that Queen of Pentacles, to be there for everybody, to nurture everybody. You're still gonna be able to have that role. It's not gonna make you depart from that. And I feel that's what the concern is.